Hello, my math wizards! Welcome to Easy Math Concepts. This is Teacher Jem. In the previous videos, we tackled GCF and LCM. GCF is used to reduce fractions to lowest terms. The least common multiple, or LCM, on the other hand, is used as a common denominator to convert dissimilar fractions to similar fractions, allowing us to add and subtract fractions with different denominators. In this video, I will demonstrate efficient methods for adding like fractions. Similar fractions are fractions that have the same denominators. Number 1, let's add 1/5 and 2/5. When adding fractions, make sure that the denominators are the same. Only the numerators are added, so we add the two numerators, 1 plus 2. Then, let's copy the common denominators. Again, remember this, we don't add the denominators, but we kept the denominator the same. Only the numerators are added. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3 is our new numerator, and let's copy the denominator, which is 5. The next step is to simplify 3/5 or to reduce it to lowest term. In reducing a fraction to its simplest form, we need to determine if the numerator and the denominator have any common factors other than 1. Since 3 is not a factor of 5, which means that they have no common factors, so 3/5 is already in its simplest form. Hence, 3/5 is the final answer. Number 2, 2/8 plus 4/8. First, let's check if the denominators are the same. Since they are similar, we can now add the numerators. 2 plus 4 equals 6. For our denominator, let's copy 8. Now, let's reduce our answer to lowest term. In reducing fractions to lowest terms, first, we find the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. In this case, the numerator is 6 and the denominator is 8. The factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. The factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. The greatest common factor of 6 and 8 is 2. This brings us to the next step, which is to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. Let's divide 6 and 8 by the GCF, which is 2. 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Our final answer is 3/4. To illustrate that the simplest form of 6/8 is 3/4, let's use a diagram. We have a circle representing one whole, which we divide into 8 equal parts. Each part is called 1/8. In the examples, we added 2/8. 1, 2, and 4/8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is equal to 6/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how 6/8 looks like. Now let's have another circle which is equivalent to one whole. Let's divide the circle into 4 equal parts. Each part of the circle is 1/4. This is how 3/4 looks like. So 6/8 is the same as 3/4. The simplest form of 6/8 is its equivalent fraction, which is 3/4. Number 3, 5/12 plus 7/12. Since the denominators are the same, which is 12, we can now add the numerators. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. Let's copy the common denominator, which is 12. The answer is 12/12, which is an improper fraction. In my previous video on types of fractions, we defined an improper fraction as a type of fraction which numerator is either equal to or greater than its denominator. In the case of 12/12, the numerator and the denominator are the same. The next step is to reduce 12/12 to lowest term. So how do we simplify an improper fraction? It's very simple. Just divide the numerator by the denominator. So 12 divided by 12 is equal to 1. Our final answer is 1. Number 4, 3 and 6/7 plus 2 and 5/7 plus 3/7. We have here mixed fractions. In my video about types of fractions, we defined mixed numbers to be a combination of whole number and a proper fraction. 3 and 6/7 is a mixed number where 3 is the whole number and 6/7 is the proper fraction. 2 and 5/7 is also a mixed number where 2 is the whole number and 5/7 is the proper fraction. Proper fractions are fractions where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. 6/7 is an example of a proper fraction where 6, the number on top, is the numerator, and 7, the number at the bottom, is the denominator. The numerator 6 is smaller and the denominator 7 is bigger. Let's now add these fractions. First, make sure that the denominators are similar. Since all the denominators are the same, we can now proceed to addition. Let's add the whole numbers first. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Next, let's add the numerators. 6 plus 5 plus 3 is equal to 14. Then, let's copy the common denominator, which is 7. Our answer is 5 and 14/7, which is a mixed number. As we can see, the fraction part of the mixed number is an improper fraction. Hence, we need to simplify our answer. We read this mixed number as 5 and 14/7. The word "and" here implies addition. So, 5 and 14/7 is equal to 5 plus 14/7. To simplify 14/7, which is an improper fraction, let's divide the numerator 14 by the denominator 7. Let's copy the equal sign, the whole number, and a plus sign. Here goes. Equals 5 plus 14 divided by 7 is equal to 2. Let's write 2. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Our final answer is 7. Number 5, 8 and 3/15 plus 1 and 6/15. First, let's make sure that the denominators are the same. Since the fractions have the same denominators, we can now add them. Let's first add the whole numbers. 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Next, let's add the numerators. 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. Let's now copy the common denominator, which is 15. Our answer is 9 and 9/15. The next step is to reduce our answer into its simplest form. To simplify the fraction component of 9 and 9/15, which is 9/15, I'll show you two ways. Let's start with the shortcut method, which is division by common factors. The common factor method involves finding a common factor between the numerator and denominator, which may not necessarily be the GCF. We divide both the numerator and denominator by this common factor. The process is repeated until the fraction can no longer be simplified. I said shortcut because, looking at 9/15, it is obvious that both the numerator 9 and the denominator 15 share a common factor, which is 3. This means that both 9 and 15 can be divided by 3. So let's divide both the numerator 9 by 3 and the denominator 15 by 3. Let's copy the whole number 9. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. Since 3 is not a factor of 5, so 3/5 is already in its lowest terms. Our final answer is 9 and 3/5. Another way of simplifying 9 and 9/15 is by finding the greatest common factor, or the GCF. Let's find the GCF of 9 and 15 using the prime factorization method. Let's write 9 and 15. Let's start with 9. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 3 is prime, so let's encircle them. Let's move on to 15. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. 3 and 5 are prime numbers, so let's encircle them. Let's now express 9 and 15 as products of their prime factors. Let's copy the prime factors of 9. Now let's copy the prime factors of 15. The GCF of 9 and 15 is the product of all their common prime factors. 3 is the only common factor of 9 and 15. Therefore, the GCF of 9 and 15 is equal to 3. Let's now divide 9 and 15 by the GCF, which is 3. Coincidentally, in this specific example, the greatest common factor, or GCF, of 9 and 15, which is 3, is the same as the common factor we used earlier when employing the division by common factor method. Let's copy the whole number. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. 3 and 5 have no more common factors. Therefore, 9 and 3/5 is already in its simplest form. Number 6, 8/24 plus 10/24. Since the denominators are the same, we can now add the numerators. 8 plus 10 is equal to 18. Let's copy the common denominator, which is 24. Our answer is 18 over 24. Let's now simplify 18 over 24. As we can see, 18 and 24 are both even numbers, which means they are divisible by 2. So let's start by dividing 18 and 24 by 2. Let's cross out 18 and replace it by 9. The process is actually like this. 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. Let's cancel 18 and replace it with 9. Let's cancel 24 and replace it with 12. Just like the numerator, the process goes this way. 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12. Let's cancel 24 and replace it with 12. So, our new numerator is 9 and our new denominator is 12. Looking at 9 and 12, we can see that they both have a common factor because they are both divisible by 3. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Let's cancel 9 and replace it with 3. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Let's cancel 12 and replace it with 4. Therefore, the lowest term of 18/24 is 3/4. Now, I will illustrate the use of division ladder method in order to find the GCF of 18 and 24 in order to reduce 18/24 to lowest term. Let's write 18/24 down here. First, let's put 18 and 24 inside an inverted division box. Then, let us think of any common factor between 18 and 24. Since 18 and 24 are even numbers, let's have 2. Let's write 2 at the left of the inverted division box aligned with 18 and 24. Let's divide 18 and 24 by 2 and write the corresponding answer below them. 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12. Let's draw the next division ladder. Again, let's think of a number that can divide both 9 and 12. 9 is not an even number, so we cannot divide 9 by 2. But 3 is a factor of 9 and 12, so let's divide them by 3. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. 3 and 4 have no common factors except 1. So let's stop dividing. If we put a fraction bar between 3 and 4, we have 3/4. And 3/4 here corresponds to our previous answer, which is 3/4. If we get the product of 2 and 3, it will give us 6, which is the GCF. To reduce 18/24 to lowest term, let's divide it with the GCF, which is 6. Here goes. 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. 24 divided by 6 is equal to 4. The simplest form of 18/24 is 3/4. Now, I've shown you additional techniques on reducing fractions to lowest terms, such as division by common factor method and finding the GCF through the division ladder method. Try to master these techniques and quickly apply the most suitable method when time is limited. So how was it, guys? Easy peasy, right? And to all my math wizards, I hope you find the content of my video valuable. Keep learning, 'cause you're the real magic in the math world. Thank you for watching. See you next time.